Bah. Hello, hello? Over there. There we go. Now to make sure this thing actually captures sound. Yep, okay, I can hear it. Probably should have checked that before, but I forgot. Anywho, welcome back to Castlevania's on Wii Quest Wednesday. Eh. Alright, had a bit of a cough. But I'm back. Huh, why is that even... I just randomly clicked on something. It's like, why is that even unlocked? I don't know. But we are in the middle of Castlevania 3. I don't actually know how long this game is. So who knows how much is left, but I managed to beat that stupid skeleton dragon last time. And loaded back to where we were. Thank goodness I don't have to actually put in a password. Because I was awful at saving passwords. Ready? I don't know if I can actually hear. Hang on. I did have to manipulate the sound a bit for... that sounds better. Oh, I can't go there, right. Okay. Go up the stairs then. But I had to manipulate the sound when we were playing other games. Notably Kingdom Hearts, because that game is super loud for some reason. I had to turn it down to 20. Which is almost halfway to max. Oh, great, Fleeman. Well, at least I can't seem to... What do I do? Oh, I'm waiting for the... Okay. I was like, do I have to switch to Simon, or whatever his name is? Does this have a specific pattern, or am I just hoping I don't die? Well, I did it, so who cares? I honestly forget which Belmont I'm supposed to be now. And right now I'm Alucard, who cannot swim. Ow, dang it. Oh well, at least I lived. All that matters. Goodbye, Big Heart. Ow. Hello, Borealis. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome to Strim. Sorry, I almost got attacked by the sky tears. Alright, now we sit here and wait for things to melt. So fun. Oh wait, I have the power to turn into a bat. And I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Bats don't need to wait on platforms. They fly where they want to. Typically in dark areas. Okay, can't deal with flying dragon skeletons. Why are there skeleton knights? At least they aren't too threatening. Ow. Food? Nope. I'm not waiting for all that. Or maybe I am. This is the plus side of playing as Alucard, I guess. I can switch to what's-his-name whenever I want, but eh. Fireballs are where it's at. And turning into bats. Can't forget that part. I mean, if you could turn into a bat, you totally would. Although really, that could be said for any flying creature. You turn into a bird. Although birds are jerks, so I'm sorry that you'd be affiliated with being a jerk if you turn into a bird. Dang it. Oh, I guess I'm just gonna walk down here then. Blasting with fireballs. This a boss? This is totally a boss. Great. I only have level 1 whip, and hey look, it's a bat. If you could fight a giant bat, you would. Oh, just this guy again. And we already fought him. This is... Well, that was extremely easy. Is there a catch? Whoa. Which way am I supposed to go? Oh, up. But yeah, I'm not waiting on all of that, so... There we go. I almost died a horrible death. A horrible block-related death. And now I have spiders. Dracula really needs to work on his aesthetic. I get he's going for the old creepy thing, but... You got bats and spiders and skeletons. Like, no one's gonna buy this castle when you're done with it. And birds. Dang it. Eh, at least that was my first death. Oh no. I don't think I have enough hearts. Nope. Oh, that killed me! What? But I fell onto platforms. Ow. Darn these old games. Like, I fell onto a block. I knew it was there. I jumped from it. Now I have to sit here and wait for this thing to be built. Now, it seems to always be the same pattern, but I'm apparently bad at reading those. I'll drop on the right. There we go. Gonna keep up this pattern, and we'll get to the top eventually. Boy, this isn't obnoxious or anything. Yeah, I tried my best to avoid all these block puzzles. Does this even qualify as a puzzle? I'm literally just doing the same exact thing over and over again. There, I did it. Are they shooting webs, or are they shooting children? Ow. Really bad part is I'm now at the mercy of the level. Yep. Game over! And I'm back here. So hey, anyone who was tuning in late, don't worry, you missed nothing. Except my failure. We're gonna stab ya. We're gonna stab ya, and then we'll be ahead of the game. So says the skeleton fencer. Yep. I hate that if I fell down these stairs, I would die. Like, I don't know why, that just really irritates me. Probably because I just hate instant deaths. Like, they're not fun. And they're not exactly, like, challenges, they're just an obstacle. And not all obstacles are challenges. Ow. Like Bowser in the first Mario, definitely an obstacle, but never a challenge. All you have to do is walk past him and hit the axe. Like, that's not... To the left. That's not really challenging to do, to just walk to the right. Oof, that was close. Thank goodness that they crouch whenever they land. Just walking along like I own the place, but considering I'm the prince, I very well should own the place. Yep. I'll walk up the stairs. Like no one even cares. Surprised that didn't hit me, to be honest. What the? Wall chicken? Okay, I'm glad it didn't disappear. I have to be careful with those melting wall chickens. Or those melting slimes, I guess. Darn flying slimes, thinking they're so cool. Like, if I went up to the ceiling like that, I would have died. It would have killed me. Ow. And then where would I be? In the grave. And let me tell you, the grave's acoustics are not great. Okay. Now we just gotta sit here and throw fireballs. Boy, what a challenging boss compared to Al. Compared to that skeleton we had to fight. Yep. What the... That's not right. That shouldn't drop there. Alright, I'll wait for it to drop again. There we go. Or not. Okay, I guess that one goes left then right. Hello, Boing. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome to Castlevania's. Requested by Sanosuke. That wasn't apparent on the screen. I'm probably gonna die here. Okay, phew. I died here. Dang it. And I have to go back here again. It's fine. We're not gonna die a third time, right? We got this. At least they're good at building. They're very consistent. I'd hire them. I'd hire them to build Legos. Actually, no, I wouldn't. Because it'd be really boring to just have a tower made of a bunch of squares. And that's it. It's just the exact same pattern every time. Whoops. I didn't move in time. My bad. There we go. If only Alucard wasn't so fat. Maybe then these blocks wouldn't do so much damage to me. Oh boy. I was too slow because I looked over at the best boy Minetta. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome to stream. Why did I do that? Why did I jump way too soon? I was like 17 frames early. And now I have paid the price. I'm gonna get destroyed. I'm gonna get smacked around by a bird. Honestly, I should probably just stay on this. Wait, what? What? Did the pattern change all of a sudden? That's not okay. You can't just change it in the middle like that. At least the second one's always last, but... Shush, Emmy. You would get smashed by bricks too if they were falling from the sky. Alright, I think I have enough to just fly over here. Yep. There. But hello, hope you're having a good day. Ow. Glad you can laugh at my misfortune. Ow. I'm gonna die again, aren't I? Intentional. Intentional. Now what? Oh boy, this looks fun. It doesn't. I wonder if there's a chicken. Oh, there's a 1-up. I guess that's okay. I'd rather have a chicken. Never mind, maybe the 1-up was best for me. I almost jumped off for no reason. Yeah, I'm not going through all that. I'm just gonna go over here. Okay, bye. Oh, Medusa heads. Classic. Ow. Wait, no, don't go down the stairs. I was wondering why I didn't duck, and I'm dead. I'm sure all of you can relate to that, right? Like, try to go downstairs, accidentally duck, try to go across the platform, accidentally die, because it spun in place and stabbed you. Ow. Why Medusa heads? Why do you have to put Medusa heads here? Of all places to put them. And I can't even kill them in one shot. Hello, Gum. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, well, there goes that upgrade. Oh yeah, that's right. They only flip if I actually touch them. Or jump on them. But it doesn't matter, because I died. It really does not matter. I died to Medusa heads. The platforms were not a factor. Ugh. Like, whoever programmed the game to have Medusa heads, for one, I'm sure they did not get fired. In fact, I know that they just kind of went on and made more games, but I wish they got fired. There has to be, like, some kind of game designer rule of being too mean, right? And the Medusa heads are definitely on that level of too mean. I forgot to turn off something, so sorry if any rumbling in the background was upsetting. I guess the only plus side of Medusa heads is that it introduced Medusa from Hades, who is adorable, and is just a Medusa head. But I guess that wouldn't have introduced her, huh? You're thinking about it, Medusa's head is from some Greek legend, I don't remember which. Whichever hero took Medusa's head and used it against someone else. There we go. Don't even need to worry about that caged flea. But I do have to worry about this guy. Kind of. Maybe not. Alright, I walked into that one. That was my bad. If I had not jumped, I think I would have been fine. Ow. Okay, I didn't expect him to go that high. If I had not been dumb, I wouldn't have ran into it, but that's fine. Because there's wall chicken. Ow. Never mind, there's also slime. And now I'm back to the exact health I was just at. Like, why do I bother eating wall chicken? I know it's gonna end poorly for me. I know this slime is trying to assassinate me. Stop it. There, I got him. All part of the plan. Okay, I guess I can't break it twice. No, never. For the B-wall, in-wall of chicken. High-class flavor that no one else can replicate. Alright, bat time. Yep. I'm just gonna sit here, shoot fireballs to my heart's content. Even though I don't know if Alucard really has a normal heart anymore. Vampires have hearts, right? They're just really, really slow and cold. Ow. Nope. Okay, we made it. And I skipped past all the dangerous parts. On that screen. Alright, I'm back. Ow, why are they allowed to spawn on top of me? Evil fighters. Alright, at least I managed to get past the birds without dying. If I can just get past this room, then I'll have officially passed this part without dying a horrible death. I thought for sure I was gonna fall there. Alright, we did it. Now I'm at the checkpoint. So check your points, because I'm probably gonna die in a second. Hello, Medusa heads. You're looking floaty today. It would help if I could, you know, actually kill them. And now there's two. Cool. Now, and I'm dead. I tried. Tried my best. The lesson is not good enough. So happy they put a Medusa head to greet you at the door, too. Ow. I couldn't jump fast enough. Part of me kinda wishes I could go back to the other room and just get that one up. Just be stuck here forever. This is part of the game, and until I get so frustrated that I feel like exploding, I won't save. Or we just hit like a time limit. I'm not exactly sure what time is reasonable. I couldn't jump off of it. Like, I knew I was gonna land on that platform, but I couldn't jump in time. Maybe I never could. Alright, we just take it slow. And the Medusa heads are not a problem. Okay. Did not suit my style, but it worked. That's all that matters. And I can't die again, or we'll go back to the very beginning. And now the fencers are back. with spiders this time, shooting children at me. Darn spiderlings. It's just a suit of armor? That's a new one. Oh no, not an auto-scroller. Oh no, the flashing is ruining my eyes. Ow. Mr. Skeleton, I will pay you good money in bones if you give me a... Okay, just walk right off then. Well, I offered to pay him good money, but he did not want any part of that. But that's okay, I get it. Dracula has pretty good deals. I mean, immortality, good dental. I mean, have you seen skeletons? They have great teeth. But they're evil grins. Really bad flea problem in this castle, but, you know, he hasn't hired an exterminator yet. Unless that's me. Am I the exterminator? I mean, I'll exterminate him, but you shouldn't hire your own son to exterminate things. He's your son. Do it for free. Right? That's how that works. So there's your alternate reality. The Belmonts are actually just really good exterminators. Working for Dracula to get rid of all of his horrible monster infestations. It's plural because there's more than one. Okay, now he has to wait for this thing to drop, and then you fly to safety. Thanks, bat form. I doubt I'll ever be able to bargain with any of these monsters. Like, all I want is just a safe trip. But they won't give it to me. They have to get in my way. I'm not getting that chicken until everything here is dead. I don't trust that slime. Ah, forgot I can't jump there. Alright, we managed to not get hit. Good. Give me the chicken. I know if I went for that chicken first, I would have definitely got stabbed. They don't appreciate me stealing their dinner. But really, I don't see their name on it. Everything on the wall is surely for everyone else to enjoy. If I was this bat, I would run away. But I'm not this bat. Though he is many, all of them are fools. But you'd have to be a fool to challenge me. Dang it. I lived. Also, I think Penny wants in, so I'll be right back. Hear her whining a little. I have returned. Sorry to leave you in silence. Still haven't found Penny's collar, by the way. I don't know where that thing could have gone. Like, I'm pretty sure it's not outside. Because I don't think she's really been outside. Ow. But I looked everywhere she usually hangs out at, and it's just gone. That's such a terrifying jump. What up? I like how I'm just not playing as the other guy at all. I do feel bad for forgetting his name. I can't believe that worked. Ow, I still got hit, but man, I managed to avoid certain death. That's what matters. Where's the spider? It's right above me for some reason. Why can spiders spawn on your head? Don't you know? Once you're undead, you swallow at least 3,000 spiders a night. Even if you're not asleep. That's just like a requirement of being undead, I guess. I don't like how they... Ow. No. Alright, you know what? Forget it. Forget it. I don't need to follow your rules. Which is probably expected, but... Uh-oh. Why did that count as death? And that moves so fast. I couldn't stop it. Well, now I don't have nearly enough hearts. I like how they put this guy right here. If I was using Belmont, like, I wouldn't be able to deal with that. Maybe I can skip the trigger for that. But then I guess the screen wouldn't move. That wouldn't be good. What is wrong with him? There's so much forward momentum. How am I supposed to... Oh, wait. Never mind. I don't know why I thought that might work. It goes so fast. But yeah, you totally can jump there to get in there, because when you jump and there's not a block above you, it gives you like a little bit of block coverage. You're allowed to go through at least a block. Like that. Hooray, level up. But, like, how am I supposed to do this? Yeah. And I still got stabbed. So rude. That guy comes out. Guy comes out. I don't know what I'm, like, realistically supposed to do there. I just did whatever came to mind, which was go forward. And now I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna walk up these stairs like I own the place. I probably do. My name's on the contract. This guy's in my way. Skeleton's in my way. Everything's in my way. Okay, we did it, somehow. Why are there mummies? Who put them here? Why are there so many coffins? I don't think I can fight here, so I'm just gonna leave. Oh, okay, I guess that was just like a mummy trap. But there's no food or anything? There's no, like, wall chickens? No? Okay. I just have to not get hit. That's all. He's gonna possess a mummy! And I'm dead. I wasn't expecting a full mummy, okay? Why am I back here? Don't put me before the gauntlet. Oh yeah, we passed the 100 deaths at some point. Woo. Confetti everywhere. I forgot about him. I have a great memory. Like, what am I supposed to do? Other than getting good. But I can't get good. Getting good is illegal on this stream. 'Cause you're already great. Eh. And like, good is obviously a down step from great, right? Also didn't actually know I could kill those things. So that's a load off my mind. Terrifying. Anyways, I'm going this way. Please don't stab me. Why is there a guy now? You weren't there before. You cheating ghost. That's okay, I can also cheat. It's acceptable when I'm the cheater. Because my cheapness comes from experience rather than exploit. Right? That's how that works. I'll get him eventually. I got him. All I had to do was complain. Alright, we managed to get here without losing too much life. What am I supposed to do against this guy? Did he just summon mummies? Do I hit him when he's like this? No. Ow. I can't fire fast enough to actually do anything. Great. Nope, there's literally no way. Game over. We're back here again. Aren't you excited? Aren't you happy to just be doing this level for the next 4 hours? I know I'm not. It's my bad. I could be better. I just choose not to be. Now wait for the sky to blow up the blocks. Death and decay falls upon you. Hit the block, there you go. At least this first part isn't super bad. And watch me die horribly, but... I almost fell to my death. I would not have recovered in time. I was like a pixel away from slipping into the abyss. And that wouldn't be very fun. Real question is, will I get past the block puzzle without dying? My experience tells me no. But who knows? Maybe I'll surprise even myself. Probably not. I've only surprised myself with how bad I can be in recent memory. Ow. There we go. Gonna just wait here and don't get hit by anything. Or get hit by everything and eat the wall chip. But I don't think it heals to full, just like 5 or so pegs of health? I forget what the usual term is. Grab some hearts, because I need them. If only I had a heart. But I don't even know where to start. Damn. Oh yeah, that's right. His name is Trevor, isn't it? Trevor Belmont? I kept thinking it started with a T, but the only thing that came to mind was Thrall. I was like, no, that's Warcraft. I know okay, well, the easy boss killed me, because I in fact took my hand off of the control stick, so I couldn't turn into a bat, as that requires me to press down, and so the bat took advantage of this and killed me. Very rude. I can't believe anyone would kill a bat. See, I've surprised myself once again at being bad. Were you surprised? Shouldn't be. Waiting, I can't jump there. I guess because then I'd be able to jump through blocks. Ow. Ow. Alright, it was way more than 5. At least I restarted here, which means I won't have to be stuck with only 5 hearts. Go away, Mr. Skeleton. I don't want to dance with you. I don't want to dance the dance of death, because I'll die. Alright, I'm gonna keep my hands on the controller this time, so I don't die. Come here, Mr. Bats. Get fireballed in the face, please, and don't come back. No, go away. Dang it. Ugh. Inconsistency is a pain. There we go. At least I cleared that part pretty easy. I wonder what's up there. Like, clearly I can go up there, so... Is there like a chicken in here? There's nothing? Really? Weird. Why bother putting the blocks there, then? Hey, if you thought I was kidding, like, the spiders are definitely just shooting children at me. Like, they aren't webs. They are throwing tiny spiders at me. You know, I'm glad that we don't have any spiders that do that, because that would be awful. I think. We don't have any spiders that do that, right? I know there are spiders that, like, have giant explosions of children when they get squished, but there aren't any that just throw their children. I'm just gonna wait, because I got scared. I was like, no, if I jump here, I'll totally die. I'll just jump right off. Yeah, that definitely seems like something that would be in a fantasy-style world. Or like there's just one spider that throws other spiders, and that's its main attack. Ah. Okay, just gotta be careful. Count each step as your last. Dang it. I got hit at the very end. Welcome to the chat room. I guess the chat died for a second. As it does. One day Twitch will be out of beta. One day. Why? Why does that count? Alright, well, we lost. Oh, great, I lost that too. I don't think I could get through this part in only one life. Well, not this part. This part's honestly not terrible if I am lucky. But, you know, getting lucky is the hard part. We did it. But I don't think I can beat the boss in one life, and there's no extra lives that I'm aware of. I like look up a list of all the secrets this game has. Nah, that'd be cheap. I'll find them on my own. Though I really would like to know what the point of those random platforms are. They didn't have anything on them. That I could tell. Unless there was some, like, secret bat exit. Which would be my luck to just ignore. Like, oh yeah, if you just fly up to this corner as a bat, you win. Dracula dies. You hit his kill spot. Who knew that the great Lord of Darkness had such a easy square-shaped weakness? But he does. As do most people. Ow. Well, you killed nothing but my eyes there, game. Thanks. Why? I was a pixel. There's my kill spot. I was just a pixel. I was born a pixel and I died on a pixel. They couldn't give me like one frame of life? No. That'd be illegal. Life frames are overrated anyways. Howdy, Reborn. Hope you're having a good day. Don't worry if you're like, oh no, I'm late. You haven't missed anything. Nothing has happened. Nothing has changed. I'm on the same stupid level I've been on since the stream started. And everything's going great. I hate bats. I'm never turning into a bat again, except for soon. Flying enemies are the worst. Just kill everything with wings. Yep, it's business as usual, and business is good. We got 13 new investments, all in the form of patented brilly deaths. Like, if I could sell my own deaths, I'd do it. If I got paid by the death, like, I would be rich. Well, paid by the unintentional deaths. I'd feel bad if I just intentionally was bad at games. Like, don't worry, everything you've seen is very genuine. The fact that I keep getting hit by that same exact block in the same exact way, that's me. That's how I play games. Jump over here. No, why'd you go over there, you fool? Why does he keep going that way? Like, I can't kill him if he's over there. You know, I hope you all are enjoying your day and enjoying the stream. I know I'm not great at improv jokes, but I hope it's still fun to watch. Wait, what? This stinking wall chicken disappears because I destroyed one block? That's not even good programming. Why is the bottom block tied to the top block? How did this game get good reviews? It has terrible wall chicken programming. Clearly that's room for an outrage, right? Every other thing is an outrage. Oh, it's old, so it gets passed. Like, no, it doesn't. If I don't get proper wall chickens, then it's a bad game. I saved myself. But also I'm taking way too much damage from these stupid bats. And I'm pretty sure these bats just broke for a second, because they weren't moving. Okay. I managed to make it through. Kill these speeders. We're throwing children. The monsters. Why do these birds cheat? Everything's cheating, Reborn. How do I fight it? I tried cheating back and it didn't work. I mean, I haven't done any serious feats, but... Oh, that actually sends me backwards. That's pretty terrifying. Whoa, okay, I couldn't jump for some reason. Glad I noticed before I fell. Would have been a waste of that one up. Or would it? Yeah. But if I went back and came back with full health, surely that'd be worth it. But I don't know how far back that'll send me, so... Well, yeah, I do. It'll send me to the falling blocks, and then I'll take like 1 billion damage there. That wouldn't be fun. Oh, right, this part. Well, get ready for a death, because I can't stay alive. I didn't even try to avoid that death. I was just like, oh, right, these things flip. It's okay. Now I'm full health, ready to die in an even more embarrassing way. Medusa. That was pretty scary. Dang it. I tried to power through at the end and that didn't work. Now I'm down to 0, so we're gonna lose. Maybe there's something over there. Maybe there's another 1-up over here or something. There's not. Unless it's in that candle, but I think those are pretty much always tied to a hole in the wall. Now sit here and wait for blocks to melt. You blockheads. You don't know how proper castle making is done. Honestly, with this much acid dripping down into his floors, shouldn't this castle be coming down on its own? Then again, I guess the blocks are auto-repairing. I survived. Not today, bats. I'm not ready to swim. 'Cause I can't. You know, I guess the blocks themselves are just ghosts. Because clearly they repair themselves as soon as you stop looking at them. Aha! I remembered this time. But there was a block there that was going to punch me in the face. Now to deal with these jerks. Okay, they're dead. These slimes are going to be a pain. That's fine. Why do the slimes have to spawn on top of my head? They don't have brains. They're all goop. That means their brain is like that too, if they had one. Although I guess they usually have like some kind of nucleus thing that acts as their brain and pretty much everything else that's holding them together. But they wouldn't think about that, right? Not in Castlevania. Alright, I did it. Now I just gotta kill this one bat. I can do it. There we go. That was my bad. I totally knew that was coming, and I just walked right into it. Or flew right into it. But things are going okay, damage-wise. I think. Ow. Evil crows. Weird that we haven't seen more of those. You think birds would hang out here? Like, oh, you seen that dude Dracula guy took over the castle? Here he's turning the place to a real monster mash. Oh, I couldn't go fast enough. Still couldn't jump there, weird. Maybe it's because, like, I stepped under this platform and that makes the game think that, hey, there's a platform above you, I can't jump. Plenty of bats, but not a lot of birds. Although really, they'd probably fight, so that could be why. There's not that many birds. They'd also probably fight with the Medusa heads, but honestly, everyone should fight with the Medusa heads. Whoa. Is there a bunch of jerks? Oh, nope. Nope. There was no hope. Especially when the last one became a spike. Like, what was I supposed to do with that? I don't have any ways of swapping spikes. They hate me. Oh, dang it. Like, if I'm looking away, I forgot that bats were spawning. I have to get rid of a thing. Okay, back to Medusa. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I just saw the thing flying at me and was like, oh, I gotta jump. I gotta jump over that giant snakehead flying at me. No, I didn't. It just made me flip out. Why did they design this to be so obnoxious? Like, obviously it's doable, but it's so luck-based that I might as well play the lottery. Higher chances of winning. Okay, I made it. But I already won the lottery when I got all of you to watch me get pelted by baby spiders. That spider knew. That was one smart spider. It knew I would jump there to try and dodge. That or it just really hates stairs. One of the two. Alright, here we go. I'm not gonna be able to beat this, am I? Oh yeah, I have to go fast. Why? That was pretty lucky, but I'm dead. There's no reasonable way for this guy to get through, I think. I just don't do enough damage. I could probably turn back to Trevor, but I have to get pretty lucky, too. And without the upgrades, he's not really that strong. There we go. I will at least use Alucard to blow this guy up. Ah! QZ? Or I guess just Zap? Hope you're having a good day. Thanks so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, look at that. Alright, I got my upgrade. Ow, I got stabbed in the face. I don't trust myself to make this jump. So I'm turning into a bat. Can I just go this way? You have to stab me, sir. Okay, well, up the stairs we go then. Oh yeah, he just one-shots those. Ow. Okay, okay. We're existing. And now we're in Mummy Town and I'm dead. Yep, I figured that would happen. Well, let's try going through this place as Trevor. I only really need Alucard for the bat part anyways. Maybe if I use proper skills, we can finally pay those bills. I guess downside is I can't shoot things through the ceiling. I was gonna say floor, but that's not right. That's clearly above me. There we go. Ow. Darn it. I wonder when we're gonna get the third character. I assume after this part, but I guess I'm a little surprised that the big dragon boss didn't give us anything. Yeah, that's fair, it is, but also it's not. Because we're going by my perspective. And in my perspective, everything is a ceiling that we have to break through. Alright, we'll change back to Alucard here. Because I'm not waiting. That's like work. The bat, turn back. Which part is this? Yeah, I'll stay Alucard. I think this is the part that you just fly up to the top. Ah. Okay, well, I kinda deserve that one. I probably deserve that too. Stop! Belmont Town. Alright. Grab this guy. Ow. Get some pain, get some wall chicken. Everything's going up Belmont. See if I can't lure this slime down here. What? You can't bounce off the wall? Cheating! This slime is a cheater. Back off, guy. Or I'll throw holy water in your general direction and hope it does something. I sure wish money did something. Who cares about score? This is a matter of life and undeath. I didn't think about how I was gonna handle this bat as Trevor. Although really, like, yeah, he's pretty well equipped to deal with it. Just not at a reasonable range. Oh, right, this part. Well. This part drives me batty. Go to the left, go to the right, go to the left. Perfect. Did not mean to throw an axe there, but everyone has accidents. Ow. Why the spiders? Why, spy guy? No, don't go down the stairs, dummy. Eh. I don't want to deal with birds. Unless they're on fire. I'll deal with those birds. They're okay. As long as they don't set me on fire. Wait, is this? Oh, neat! The palette gets changed based on what character you are. You know, I know that it did that for some games, but I didn't notice it did that for these platforms. I thought they were just black. They wanted to be. But nope, it's because I was Alucard, and everything has to be dark with him. I could go over there, but eh. Okay, I think being the Belmont will help with the Medusa head. And yeah, it was because they could only have so many collars, so they used the same collar scheme as your character for the platforms. There we go, this is much easier. Why did I keep playing as Alucard? Clearly that's hard mode. Please ignore that I died there. My death was just a matter of perspective, really. To you, I may have been dead, but I was clearly just refilling my health. Okay, managed to avoid certain death. Okay, managed to not avoid certain death. You know, the palette thing is one of the few things I think I kinda miss about old games. Because it would, like, subtly change the game based on just what you were doing on the game. Whereas, you know, now that has to kind of be programmed in, if you want that to be a thing. Instead of being a limitation of the hardware. But I guess that could be said for most things. When you're limited, you get really creative, as it turns out. I mean, that's how a bunch of old Warcraft games came into play, too. Since the game maker was so limited, they had to improvise, and that led to a lot of fun mechanics. being introduced in several games. Ow. Up the stairs. Kill that guy. Gotta make that jump. Don't like these certain death jumps. Go up the stairs. Throw an axe. Axe. Super points. Stab. Ow. That's okay. We're gonna keep going. Up the stairs. Whew. Oh, okay. Well, I died. I just want to be able to play the game without dying. But to do that, I have to get good, and that's just not one of my skills. There we go. Do they have to put the destructible blocks there too? It seems excessively mean. Yep, Trevor's definitely the way to go, because he can just one-shot all these monsters. Mr. Magic over there can't, of course. This is Mr. Magic. Who even uses magic nowadays, really? Spooky, almost died. Avoided death. And now... what? Well, honestly, now I think we're pretty much doomed. Oh. I mean, I knew that was there. You guys probably didn't know that was there, but that was there the whole time. What if I can lure him closer? Probably not. I don't think I can hit him anyways. Ow. Wait, I can't duck under that? Eating. Nope, I can't duck under that. Feeding. Well. That basically just means that I'm back to where I started. And also, why are the mummies just spawning anyways? Do they have wall chicken? No, of course not. I only got one. Oh well. Maybe if I kill them fast enough, they won't kill me. Never mind. I tried. Tried so hard. I got so far. But in the end, nothing really matters. Now, don't stab me, guy. Especially in my new boots. I got them from J.K. Penney's, the new hot thrift shop. Run by a dog, but no one complains. Her tone is rough, but her prices are fair. Alright, we made it. It's probably not reasonable that I'm scared of acid dripping from the sky, but I am. Can't help it. After the great acid trip of 1997, I just can't look at it the same way. I know it's dangerous. Not sure how I feel about the way, like, his boot extends whenever he bends his knee. Kinda weird. You know, maybe I should try to buff both of them up, but I'm gonna die. That's the bad part. It's like, do I really want to waste time trying to buff them both up if I know they're gonna die? And then lose everything? And then there's still this wall money. Candlestick dollars, I guess. Slimes are just gonna keep cheating, so I have to kill them the old-fashioned way. With a whip. The oldest fashion, really. I'm a little surprised they both died there. I figured that would take a little bit more effort on my part. Everything is fine. Alright, there. Now they both should be max upgraded, which was a sentence I said. Which means if I manage to get back to that axe-throwing guy, I can just shoot fireballs at him. I can also use fireballs to kill these things, since they apparently only take one hit regardless. Such an intimidating boss. Oof, that was tough. Go left, right, left. Why is the hardest part just going upstairs? Ow. Also, since I've gone through this stage so many times, I guess it just kind of confirms that the watch is not here. As far as I can tell. I'm pretty sure I've blown up every torch I've come across, except the ones with the Medusa heads. I guess they could be over there. But I'm too terrified to even think about trying to look at that, so it will remain a mystery until further notice. And, you know, kind of have to jump to hit those. And if I jump, I die. And if I die, I'm dead. People die when they are killed, even by themselves. And especially by gravity standards. But I'll give gravity some credit. It's not completely evil. Why can't I kill this? But, you know, I have to say that because I had scissors out. Like the tiny scissors on my Swiss Army knife that I have. Because I was cutting open a package, and then I set the scissors aside. And then I knocked them off as I was getting up. And, you know, those things are super duper sharp. At the very tip for some reason. So if gravity had wanted to, it could have stabbed me. But it didn't. So, yeah, I have to give gravity credit for that. It did not stab me. Yet. He's dead. Make these sweet jumps. Well, I said yet, but it has stabbed me before. But that's not important. Ow, my eyes. I forgot that was there. Ow. Alright, we have to go up the left one. Okay, well... Guys, please stop spawning. The map already stopped. Now, slow and steady wins the race. I got my chicken. So how are all of you doing? I'm fighting an axe man. I got an axe to grind against him because he stabbed me a few times, but... it's okay. I'm killing him with a slow burning passion. Now the real question is, did he take all of that as an insult or a privilege that he got to fight Alucard, Master of Masters, or son of the Master of Masters, in such an amazing fashion? Or would he feel cheated that his boss's kid just totally destroyed him? And I'm dead. How am I supposed to do that? And also now I have to deal with this. Not good. Not good at all. Because now I don't have fireballs. Alright, we got that upgrade. I guess one option is just to switch back to Alucard. Just having level 2 should be enough, but... level 3 works too. Goodbye. Why can't I fly? What just happened? What is happening? Why did the screen go black? That was terrifying. Why did that happen? Ah! Go up the stairs, go up the stairs. Stop getting punched by skeleton knights. I don't care. Why? Okay, we made it. Whew. I have no hearts, though. Isn't really a big deal in the grand scheme of things, but still annoying. Did I just not notice the chicken at all the first time I came through here? Or not the first time, the second time. That I went up the left side and did this thing to this poor knight. The first time I came up on the right and fought the mummies. You know, I just have the slight fear that I actually, like, hit the chicken free and then just ignored it. Didn't even notice it dropped. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, one down. I just focus on breaking his... ow. His attacks. I had to kill 3 things? How do I do that? I'm not good enough at this game. Oh, okay. He just runs? What am I supposed to do? Ow, please stop. Oh my goodness. I've already lost. There's probably a chicken around here too, but I don't know where that would be. What was that? What was that jingle? I don't know if I've heard that jingle before. Did I do something unique, or what? I have yet to actually beat this stage, so it goes pretty standard. I gained a lot. That's a thing? I didn't know that was a thing. Shows how much I've been paying attention and how high my score's been getting. Which isn't high at all. Why? Oh. Good thing I got that extra life. Oh. Ow. So hello, Phoenix. Hope you're having a good day. It's been a bit and I still haven't managed to beat this level. I'm skeptical that I can. I don't even know what to do for that boss's second form. And he still has a third that I haven't reached. Ow. Curse you, skeletons. Why is it that I can hold my position when I'm on stairs, but I can't when I'm just standing on flat ground? Shouldn't it be the other way around? The stairs aren't exactly stable, you know. Ah, I have to go over here. And I'm dead. Well, things are going great. Means I'm gonna have to go through the entire first half again if I die. It's tempting to save, but I won't. Let's see, I gained a life from score. Means every 20,000, I think? Probably gives you a life, but that doesn't seem right. How have I not done that before? Go away. Why can't I go up that platform? Okay, guess I'm going up the stairs then. I didn't want to, but the game made me. I want to know if there's a reason they made Alucard's fireballs so weak. Like, yeah, he can attack from a range, but the whip is pretty good at attacking from that same range. It's probably because he could turn into a bat. They're like, he's too good, everyone will just use him. When he can turn into a bat, he has fireballs to attack things. We gotta give Trevor something, even though he has items. Alright, we're here with full health. I have 0 lives, and we have 4 hearts, but, you know, full health is pretty notable. Maybe if I, like, crouch in front of them, I can stab them with my boot. Ow. Alright, 1 down. Dang it. How do you make your wrappings float? Shouldn't they be super heavy from your guilt? Oh my goodness. Never mind. Full health is apparently not notable. Full health is just a tragedy waiting to happen. Alright, what do I do for this guy? Except die. 'Cause I'm stuck in a corner. Okay. Well, welcome back to the beginning of the level. In case you missed it, we're here at BLK, I guess? Is the name of the level? Probably like the Black Tower or something. The Tower of Darkness. The Tower of Power Hour. Cower at the Power of Tower. Or Tower of Power, whichever you prefer. I wonder if there's chicken over there too. Or maybe a 1-up. Gotta be something over there other than just fleas, right? But I don't know. It's terrifying to think about going over there. Ow. Wow, that flea just left. He's like, I'm free, and you didn't kill me. I'm leaving, man. Like, you think I'm gonna wait here for you to stab me with that spear? No. The whip? I'm just leaving. Dracula doesn't pay us enough to deal with you. And then I imagine he immediately drowned because of these stupid bats. I'm not sure why I brought it up. It feels like it's relatable in some way, you know? Like if that happened to someone, like I would get why they would be a little bothered by it. Could you please come into whipping range? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you listened. I was talking to this guy though. I can't even exit the first room without taking damage. Anything over here? Oh boy, a heart. I was so excited for like half a second. I was like, oh boy, a chicken? Like this early? Wow, they really must have no faith in your abilities in that first room. Maybe it's okay that I got hit. And then they gave me a heart. Like, no, it's not okay. It's not okay. It was just a stupid heart. As if anyone ever uses them. There, I used one. You know, it's better than nothing. Although it could easily kill me. If someone thought of putting a bottomless pit there was also okay. Like, just grab onto the stairs. You could program that in, right? Stairs aren't complicated. Excluding the ones that completely break the game, like in Mario 64, but that's not the stairs' fault. I think. And we're gonna let that flea man live, because I didn't notice he was alive. Alright, upgrade secure. Holy water secure. Bat is behind me. Okay with me. And now I'm a bat. A Batman. Gotta wait for the drops to descend from the acid heaven. Alright, upgrade secure, dodge the Dragon Knight. Who I would be more intimidated by if they didn't look so silly. Like, hey, I'm a dragon, and I got a big old shield. Bet you want to run away from me, huh? I do, but only because you'll deal half my health and damage. Not because you seem intimidating. And also, yeah, I guess knowing that I can get lives from money makes them a little bit more worthwhile in my eyes. Ow. Curse you slimes. Skeleton wasn't sure if he wanted to fall down or not, but he got over it. You know, considering how many I need, though, it's not actually worth it. Alright, we're here at the bat. Wow, he almost died just from one old whipping. Of course. He had to go to the one area where I couldn't kill him. Go to the left. I went too far left, apparently. The real goal is to just not die in this area, so I don't have to do that whole waiting section again. But that's easier said than done, apparently, because I can't dodge anything. And I'm dead. Maybe there's a secret somewhere, I don't know. So I guess we're stuck here for a little bit. Because I don't have enough hearts to fly up to safety. Ow. Yep, time to get crushed by bricks for the next 30 minutes. Don't feel like I was really in range for that one, but whatever, it's fine. I'm already at 0 lives, so I think it's safe to say that I'm not going to be able to do it this time either. I had a better chance last time. Alright, maybe this is going to be enough. As long as I don't get hit by something stupid. There we go. Yeah, not with that attitude, but that's always my attitude. A tad too rude. And you see how I'm playing right now? See, I'm already dead. I died to a spider spawning on top of me. Ugh. Back to Trevor. Not a thing. I just don't really know what to do. Spawned on top of it. And I don't exactly have dodge mechanics. Outside of turning into a bat, which gives me invincibility frames. Yeah, clearly that... Where'd the fleamen go? Clearly they don't expect me to walk at them. This fleaman didn't even expect me to notice he left. Ow. I don't like that if I wait long enough, I just have to deal with the fact that I can't progress. And he ran away. My timing is impeccable. No one can best me when it comes to perfect timing. Put a comma in there, but yes, otherwise you are accurate. I wonder if I can just go up there. Meh, doesn't really save any time and it seems more dangerous. Okay, just have to go through this field of blocks. Field of block flowers and dragons. And we'll be home free. Run directly into a bunch of skeletons and slimes. Or slime skeletons. Which would probably be worse. What would you rather fight? A skeleton made of slime or slime that has a skeleton? There is a significant difference, so choose carefully. Or I guess it could be a skeleton, like, being piloted by a slime. I think I've seen that in a thing or two. Please die, Mr. Skeleton. Ain't. First, my wave of fireballs being inaccurate. If I just set everything on fire, surely I'll hit something. Wow, I can't believe you would insult me in such a way. I don't have slime for brains. They figured out my strategy. They figured out the perfect way to avoid damage. Stop moving. How do I can't... Aha! There we go. They were at the perfect angle. Just avoid all damage. I was mashing the button because I knew that was gonna happen. I hate old games. I had so many hearts too. Why do all these... Yeah, look. This guy, he only spams fireballs in 3 directions every time. Just don't move, and he won't be able to kill us. He'll be stuck here forever. Unless he moves. But, like, he's a bat, so he won't. He knows. He knows better. Like, don't worry. Even if we fall, he'll probably die in the next room anyways. Everyone does. Even the ones that can fly. And he was right. I died in a terrible, terrible way. So irritating. I'm not upset, I'm just disappointed in myself. I also just really wish that falling didn't instantly kill me. Especially when I know there's a platform there. I'm just gonna wait. I don't trust myself anymore. Like, I can't. And why is the pattern change? Can't just change the pattern a third way through. That's illegal. Castle builders are gonna get on your case and they're gonna call the Castle Crashers. And those guys have been retired for years. Although I guess at this point they don't even exist yet, but that's not important. Alright, I guess I could probably go Batty up there, but I'm scared. No, I'm not going for it. I thought about it, but... There we go. Like, as I was pushing forward, I realized that if I did go for that, I would probably die. No. Go up the stairs, you fool! No, don't go down the stairs, you fool. Ow, dang it. Being attacked by birds and bats and rats and maps and everything wants to be dead. Except you guys, right? You also want the death counter to get higher. It's only at 130, it could probably go higher. Okay, what room is this? Oh, it's this one. Also, if that bat's name was Jerry, then that means the main bat's name is Jerry, because they're all the same bat. Oh, neat. 2 upgrades. And once they're all the same bat, none of them will be scary. Ow, why? No, my money. I was gonna buy a life with that. I know I don't have one now. Do those things just respawn at the top? That's not okay. Why can't I hit this? Why can't I hit this thing? Also, oh no, I summoned spikes. Oh good, they don't instantly kill me. They still killed me, but I'm glad they didn't do it instantly, you know? Very polite of them. Also, outside of turning into a bat, I don't know exactly how I was supposed to avoid those. Money! I'll respect the spikes for not instantly killing me, unlike some other things I could name, such as gravity. Just try to do it again. Oh, well, there goes that upgrade. And there it is again. Upgrade City, here we come. Oh, that reminds me. I finally did it, guys. I was playing Slay the Spire earlier, and I finally beat the heart with the iron whatever. Ironclad, I think his name is. Of course, I got super lucky and got an item that let me come back to life. I would have died otherwise, but I'm okay with it. I'll take the win. Because I was playing that game off and on for the past, like, week. Just trying to get that last achievement. Well, not last achievement, but the last, hey, you beat the game achievement. He was the only guy I had not beaten the heart with. Ow. Sorry if that destroys your eyes, by the way. I know it destroys mine. Going up the stairs. Why do you have to be so wiggly and wobbly, game? Like, just pick a pattern. A pattern that doesn't hit me. Also, I appreciate the Santa hat. I'm glad all of those are back. Alright, what do you guys think? Should I save here, maybe? To avoid my certain doom? From being the only thing shown on stream? Or should I just keep doing what I'm doing? Chances are, if I don't beat him soon, it might be the only thing we do today. This one level. There we go. Did you get to see me just fight this boss over and over? Hooray. Ow. Why is he still coming at me? And I can't duck under it, so like, what am I supposed to do? Ugh, now we're back here. Ow. I could already tell that wasn't going anywhere. Except my own demise. Alright, Mr. Ghost. Are you the ghost with the most, or the ghost that is toast? I apparently just misjudge how he handles moving. And I don't know how to handle him attacking me at all. It's like pure luck on whether or not he attacks in a specific pattern. There's nothing wrong with luck, except that I don't have any. I spin it all. Ah, too slow. Why? I hit him. Couldn't he have been dead? He only had one thing of life left. Okay, how do I deal with this guy? What does he do? I guess I have to wait for him to do something? I don't know. I mean, he lifts it up, but... Oh yeah, I can just do this. He lifts it up before I go, but how do I tell him no? I guess I just haven't gotten to the part where I can actually damage him. It looks like they take about 3 steps before they throw a thing. Except for the times where they just pause for some reason. I don't know what to think about that. Why does he throw it from his feet? It's not even how you throw things. You don't have- I don't want to believe that this mummy, with his undead toes, is capable of throwing wrappings. Okay. Ow. Wait, it's a hammer? I thought it was some kind of pot. Or a barrel. Gonna do this so I don't have to keep doing that every time. But how do I make that guy take damage? Nope. Too early. Ow. Man, I can't even beat the mummies. Like, I was gonna feel bad that you guys are missing out on so many progressive deaths, but I'm dying so much to this boss that it wouldn't matter. Ah. Alright, he's dead. Ow. Ow again. Darn it, I even went to duck, but I pressed the wrong direction. Ugh. Boy, this Belmont guy sure keeps coming back a lot. Almost like he's, warping space and time. But nah, if he could do that, he'd probably just make us alive, right? Like, he wouldn't be a jerk about it. Ow. But honestly, if you threw wrappings in my face, even if I had the power to warp time to where you wouldn't be dead, I'd probably leave you dead. Ow. Dang it, there's no way I'm gonna be able to beat this guy. I can't even get past the mummies. My reaction speed is slower than they are. Maybe I should save right here, just so I don't have to watch this cutscene every time. But no, this is important setup. Now, I should at least give him credit to have his intro music. Why? Is there something stupid I should be doing that would make this so much easier? Like, does Alucard's flame just instantly kill them? That'd be fun, but I kind of doubt it. I guess the greatest thing I could have would be holy water here, but... also true. I don't want to save after each phase. I have to be able to beat him in at least one go. Ow. Like, oh, I'll save right here. Like, clearly this is as good as that's gonna get, right? How do I damage this guy? I don't know. I honestly don't know. There's no indication on what I'm supposed to do there. And if he charges at me when I'm in the middle here, I just can't get away. Like, my character is so slow. I assume it's after he throws down the hammer that I can damage him, but... Ow. Ah, dang it. Why can they go above whip level? Okay, I managed to beat them without reaching the low wrapping point. Alright, attack me. Whoa, he just charged right away. Jeez. Eh? Nope, that didn't do any damage. Hello? Oh, I just hit him in the face. Which is really difficult to do because he just runs at me. I feel like I did that before and it didn't do anything. But... could you maybe stop charging at me? I can't hit you if you're fast. I can't hit Sonic speed. Eh. Solved is pretty generous, I think. So, I'm dead. Dang it. Like, now I know how to damage him, but how do I do it effectively? Now it's the real problem solving. Ah, dang it. They should at least make sure that the whip can kill these things. Okay. I'm not Mega Man though, I can't just jump and whip. Ow. If I do that, he attacks me. With his face. I guess if I walk back at him, he'll, like, throw the hammer down? Yeah, it looks like he's not designed to just walk at you, which is good. Oh, he's gonna charge. I could smell the charge. No, stop being smart. Dang it. If he only charges, I lose. Curse your undead brain. He's evolving even though he's dead. Ow. Dang it. I should have taken damage from that one too. Well, one hit and I'm dead. Let's do this. Surely something undead can't evolve to the point that he instantly kills me. He knew what I was planning, which was to whip him in the face. I don't know where he could have gotten the idea from that I would ever whip anyone in the face. Dang it. It's a pain when they don't shoot at the same time. Makes it pretty difficult to whip the wrappings. I knew it was coming and I still got hit by it. And I'm dead. I'm glad I don't have to keep going through that part though. Especially with how many times this boss has killed me already. And not moving doesn't work either, because they just walk at you in a straight line. And Belmonts are incapable of dealing with this strategy, apparently. I missed. Uh-oh. Can't do anything. Alright, run at me. Welcome to the chat room. Thanks, Twitch. Second time I've disconnected from the chat room, apparently. Dang it. I went back because I thought he would throw the hammer down. It's not even patience. I'm okay with waiting and, like, you know, timing out my attacks, but it's random on whether or not he'll decide to kill me. And this part is like, there's no patience involved, it's just rolling dice. Will they throw a high wrapping or a low wrapping? I don't know. Either way, at the end they'll say, that's a wrap, and then they'll throw me into a coffin. Whoops. I didn't forget I have axes too, but I don't really know if they'd be useful. I guess they're extra damage, but that's about it. Yeah, they take a frame to throw too, so they could potentially get me killed, like that. Holy water would be pretty useful here, but I don't think there is any around here. I can check that. Nope, just a heart. I think holy water was back in the water area with the bats, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, I feel like there's a difference between having a thing that takes patience to get through, and a thing that just chooses whether or not you should be dead, and you just have to hope that it doesn't. The tower. The block tower. That's patience. This guy is not. Like, if he chooses to charge here, I will take damage. Like, I'm gonna take damage. Like, I can't evade that. There was no patience there. I just had to hope that he wouldn't do that while I was over here. Nope. Nope. Am I dead? No. Okay. I have to avoid it. I'm gonna keep running because I knew he was gonna do that. Okay. Second phase is dead. What's the third phase that I've yet to see? Oh, it's that. Okay, it instantly killed me. What is that? Hey, we made it past that phase. I was patient. Ow. And lucky. Yeah, I was thinking gargoyle, but do gargoyles usually have... I know they have horns. What am I thinking of? I think it's the face. And my brain says ox, but it's like, no, that's not right. I'm thinking of the horns. Okay, that was good. Ah, darn it, he waited. I guess if you're already dead, you'll be pretty patient, but... when you're being whipped by a buff guy, you shouldn't be that patient, right? Oh, jeez. I don't know why I didn't expect him to charge at me right away. Probably gonna charge, so I'm gonna run. Ow! I apparently didn't move far enough to the right. Uh-oh. Nope. Well, the first part went well until it didn't, and the second part went well until it didn't. Darn it. I have to conveniently be out of range. Ow. Alright, that was my bad. I jumped. Like a fool. I need to get past this part. Only about an hour left. There is a thing I want to complete today, and I want to make sure I have time to do that. Ow. So, art spoilers for those that stuck around. I am still redrawing the old, or I guess most of it's recoloring, but also redrawing the old, just emotes. And I'm on the last one. Uh-oh. Oof, that was close. I didn't mean to jump to the left. Whoops. Like, I charged at me and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna charge at him. I could take this guy, like, he's 10 times my pixel range, but I got it. Like, he's easy to take if I just charge him directly in the face. Yeah, he didn't expect it. He put his hands up like, whoa, did I win? And that's what matters. Surprise is the greatest victory. I thought I could kill him in time, but there must be invulnerability frames or something. But yeah, I want to finish the last thing today, so I can just be done with it. A lot of them don't look great, and I keep noticing small errors I made. in like the original image. Okay, got lucky. Okay. Like, I probably should take another hit there, but... No way, he's probably gonna charge at me, like, right away, right? No, of course not. That would be a pattern. See, like, what am I supposed to do with that? He just suddenly decided to charge me instead of throwing the hammer down twice. He's probably gonna charge me right now. No? Okay. Now for the last phase that I don't know how to fight. It looked like he just flies up and then falls down, though. The axe might actually be useful here. Do I just hit him, like, normally? Ow. Oh, fireballs, what? Okay, so he also spits fireballs, apparently. Why did they make a 3-phase boss in a game that doesn't let you checkpoint here normally? Ow. Like, I can't imagine the frustration the child would have with this part. Or determination. Like, I guess I can't really say that because I did have a few things like this that I played. Now. Where, like, this level of frustration started piling up, where I can't just continue where I left off. I just have to keep going. Like, Donkey Kong 64? I've 100%ed that like 2 or 3 times, but I remember the most frustrating thing was just playing the first Donkey Kong for hours. In order to get a stupid token. Ah. You don't even need the token for anything. It doesn't give you anything except a banana. Oh boy, a banana with a emblem on it. So rare. Ah, I was whipping though. Alright. Oh, banana! A golden banana, at that. With a special emblem on it, to note that it was, in fact, a special one. Ow. I'm dead. When am I supposed to bait him into the thing? Yeah, that whole game had a bunch of things like that. Where you would just spend hours on hours grinding a specific part of the level just to get a stupid banana. Like, the early parts are easy, but you have to fight like a... You have to race a rabbit guy. He did it too fast. And then he did the hammer for some reason. He just did it 3 times in a row. I didn't even have a chance to hurt him. Maybe Alucard would fare better against that guy. Then I could just fly around. Like, I've pretty much been sticking to Trevor, but I know that you can beat the game with just him. You know? I guess the question is, should you beat the game with just him? I thought he was dead, because I hit him when he only had 1 peg and it didn't do anything. Look at that little face in the fire. Like, is that a vampire? Well, that didn't work. Also, it made a weird noise. Am I unable to turn to a bat, maybe? I thought maybe I could use the invulnerability frames to get through his charge, but no. That was not the case. Curse your low riding raps. Go ahead. Charge at me. It's a joke, you weren't supposed to actually charge at me. Nope, okay. You didn't take the joke. And I'm dead. Dang it. Alright, maybe we'll just save after that first phase, you know, if I get through it without taking damage. I'm joking, we're gonna go through this stupid thing. We're gonna go through this entire boss as it was meant to be played, outside of replaying the entire stage. And also, you know, I'm never gonna get through this part without taking damage. Ow. Whew. I killed him in time for my boots to be safe. Got one. Guess I could just go for the one hammer and then just run from him. No. That was too fast. He didn't even hesitate. Curse you, Hammer Cyclops. Who probably has a name, but I'm not gonna learn it. Probably something stupid anyways. Like just Hammer, or I don't know, Jeff. No offense to any Jeffs. Unless you are a Cyclops with a hammer, in which case all of the offense. Ow. 1 health. Can I though? Can I really? I'm not good at dealing with mummies. Ow. Okay. If I get enough points, I'll get another life. Won't that be fun? He'll run at me right away because I was swinging my whip at him. I guess I didn't go far enough to the right. I just took the death. My death counter has skyrocketed since I started loading, too. I don't know if it's just because I'm being more reckless or if I'm just that bad. Probably both. Is there a technical reason why these mummies just kind of pause for a second? Or is it just some random choice they made? I was wondering if there's some limitation on, like, how they're programmed back in the day. Also true. I don't have to wait for a bunch of blocks, so of course they'd be faster. Oh, I know he's gonna charge. I almost went back, but nope, I'm dead. I meant to jump to the left, but he turned around. If only I could get these mummies to come over here and fight these mummies. I wonder if that was a game show at some point. Mummy versus mummy. See who can out-mom each other. Ow. Why does he shoot it from his feet? Mothers versus mummies. Something similar actually happened when I played Jackbox with some friends. We were like, hey, come on, let's play. I was like, fine. But they played Monster Seeking Monster, and I got the mother, and my child was a mummy. I was like, I don't... Is this right? Like... Is that how that works? I mean, I guess eventually that becomes true, but... I don't know, I'd hate to have a child and then find out that they were already a mummy. Yeah. Maybe I should kill the left one first. It seems to give me more trouble. Let's try it, why not? Change up my pattern. I'm not really sure how to kill it without taking a bunch of damage. Wonder if I can cheat. Nope, I still take damage when they get too close. Cheating was not the answer. Only the answer when the question is what should I do next. Ow. Oh, it's just not good enough. I just let you in just a bit ago. Hang on, Penny wants out. I'm actually gonna be right back for silence. I've returned. Maybe the music will inspire me to do better. He didn't even bother with the hammer. He was just like, nah, I was gonna keep walking. I was gonna keep walking into this guy's face. You know, with all these things, I guess I could have just made Castlevania the next retrospective. But then I'd have to play all of them. And I'm not really sure I can do that. No. Given my unique skill set of somehow getting myself killed in the most amusing fashions. I also feel like this would be pretty difficult without getting any upgrades or anything. Why does he just keep charging? Do that more. Oh, I'm dead. He just doesn't want to wait on charging. Gotta keep going, going, going. Okay. Also, I found out why Penny suddenly wanted out. He most likely smelled some food. If she smells food, she knows there's a slight chance that she might get some of it. If she gets some food, then it's worth getting up. Take that. I don't like that he just walked at me this time. And then he charged, like a jerk. I wasn't even really trying to bait the hammer, I was just trying to... Okay. Trying to figure out if he was gonna charge or not. How do I do damage to him? Oh, that was too early. Ow. Alright, that was just me being dumb. Blech. Why can't I just whip the fire soul before he possesses a body? And what if he possesses my body? Then what? I didn't mean to throw that axe, but... Ow. Alright, what's our plan? Do I have a plan? No. Eh. Well, that didn't work. What do I do? What do I do? Nope, he's gonna charge. He did not charge. Weird. That was scary. Gonna aim for a hit, but he just ran right at me. I want to get to the safe area, but doesn't matter. Can I be cheap? Only one way to find out. No. I am incapable of being too cheap. Because Mr. Bats can't aim that low. Still, the ranged attack might be where I have to go. I'm gonna go to the middle. Hell no, even with this, I can't really get a hold on when to attack. So fast. I know how exciting this is. I mean, listen to that music. Probably had a chance there, but I didn't take it. Oop. Okay. Please stop running at me. I don't know how to handle that. You know what would make this game easier? If my characters didn't share a health bar. I guess that might be too easy then. Maybe? I don't know. How much damage I take, I feel like that's not unreasonable, right? Please stop charging at me. I can't defeat you. There we go. 1 point of damage. Why did he give them the power to charge? No one should have the power to charge, even if you're electric. And it's not electric, although, you know, with the way he shuffles his feet, it's probably the electric slide. He's probably pretty good at that. That's not important right now. What's important is that I am incapable of doing damage. He just keeps running at me. Eh. Oh, I'm running out of time. I forgot that was a factor in this game. Why is that a factor in this game? I'm curious what happens if I run out of time. Do I just die? Sounds more like an alarm. Oh, yep, I'm just dead. Wow. What a good game. Not. It's not a bad game by any means. I'm still having fun, more or less, but why is there a timer? Like, what's the mentality of adding a timer to this kind of game? I can't even, like, slow and steady it. I have to just go. I guess maybe it's to prevent you from getting stuck somewhere? Maybe? I don't know. That seems pretty weird still. Why does he just charge randomly? Like, he should at least have to throw the hammer once. Ah, he couldn't actually move. Gonna keep going. Gonna keep going. Okay, he's dead. Alright, now it's, goat bat form. So I guess his weak point is his knees. Now he'll shoot fireballs? I don't know how to dodge those. I did it! Like, I can't dodge the fireballs, I have to just go for it. Hooray! It took over 2.5 hours, but we did it! I was thinking that too, like, this timer sounds like an alarm. Like, should I be waking up? Am I dreaming? Oh hey, this is the classic song. And also hello, people. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, you can whip the fire. I didn't even think about it. I don't know if I would have tried. No. With the fruit. Oh no! I hope everything's okay. And that it's not burnt. Well, was burnt. Also, hang on. It doesn't matter, he's dead. That's all that matters. I turned up the volume a bit. Let me know if it's too loud, but I wanted to hear the music. Stop going up the stairs. Wait, actually, hang on. Just in case I accidentally load at some point. I can do that. I don't have to fight him again. Did I have the fan? Yeah, we used to have a smoke alarm here that did that all the time. Eventually it broke, actually, but every time someone made anything on the stove, it would go off. Probably because it was a little too close, but... Remember I made eggs one time and the alarm went off and everyone panicked. I was like, no, I'm just making eggs. Like, the tiniest bit of smoke would set that thing off. Even if it was just steam. Like, not even real smoke. But we had to take that thing's batteries out, and then eventually it just broke. Haven't got it fixed. Not really a good thing. I think we do need another one. In case something does happen. Like, I don't know, someone forgets to turn off the oven. which has happened before. I've walked into the kitchen several times and been like, it's really hot in here, and I feel like I smell something, or what's happening? And I check, and yep, the oven's on. Whoops. Oh, checkpoint's actually right here? Weird. I don't like these skeletons, or these slimes. The slimes are especially bad. And already a wall chicken? That I totally knew that was there and didn't just accidentally find? I'm glad to hear everything's okay though, OP. And I'm glad your chicken, or not your chicken, your pizza was okay too. I might have chicken on the mind, because that's what I had. Well, chicken and rice. Wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. Time to cheap out these guys. I wonder when I get another character. Or do I only get the 2? Come on. Come on, Alucard, you can do it. Kill the Axe Knight. Come on. We did it. Okay. Oh, there's a platform in front of me. Like, how do I get across this giant pillar? Wait, I just jumped. They're like normal people do. Ah. Curse your magic teleporting powers. Alright, he's dead. So I guess now we're actually in the castle? Based on the music and, well, the castle aesthetic? Interesting. Hang on, I should probably be Trevor for a bit. So I can actually get a good item. And upgrades. Uh-oh. I died. As it turns out, the ground falling can kill you. Frost is good. Alright, I'm just gonna book it. I think I have enough hearts that it doesn't really matter, and I like the cross. Look at those frames dropping. This. Is it real? Oh, it's dead. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And I'm dead. What? I died to death? Who could have seen that coming? There. Now I'll save here so it's properly saved. Not what I wanted to do. There we go. I was gonna question if it was gonna be actual Dracula. I was like, oh, it's just death. Ow. Whoops. It is pretty nice that those two still get along. After all these years, you still have to deal with death before you can deal with Dracula. Why did I duck? Should've goosed. And there I thought that the whip would kill that, but it did not. I was questioning why they put that cross there, but you know what? After seeing all those zombies start spawning in, I get it. All those zombies and bats, like, you can get pretty overwhelmed pretty quick. Holy water. So I could have sworn there was a thing there, but maybe that's the next room. All your rooms look the same, Dracula. Sorry. Dang it. Couldn't just walk down the stairs like a normal person. Had to take an axe to the head. Dang it. Eh. Holy water, go! How did you wait? Did you smelt that axe in my holy water fire? You should have just killed it instantly, right? But no. He waited until the fire was gone to throw it. Feel cheated. I haven't even got past the first room. This time. I did so well the last time, and this time I'm just throwing the whole game. You know what? I'm just gonna leave. Ow. Spiders. Why did it have to be spiders? That was half a spider. Ow. And I'm dead. I'm not good at video games. That's okay. Tenacity is its own skill, probably. Definitely not determination that drives me. I've determined that myself. Eh. Oh. Was kinda hoping the knife would do something. It didn't. A whip to your kneecaps will do something, though. I just walked right into that. Knife. Knife. One nice axe. It's a shame if someone stabbed it. I don't have a way to deal with this. And he just backs up. Can anyone even swing an axe like that? Where it goes backwards? Dang it. I got stuck on the stairs. I was gonna jump again, but I guess I was on the top stair, and that would be rude. I don't want to just run by them. That might be the only way to actually get back to death. Ironically, the best way to get to death is to not die. Ow. I guess it's because it makes them pause that they just sometimes don't throw their weapon. Why didn't I just kill it? I know I can. There, he's dead. It was that easy. All I had to do was stab him. With my whip. Why are you back? I didn't know that Dracula's forces came with life insurance. Although with death employed, I guess that's... Oh. I guess that's... expected. How much do you think death makes? Like, obviously Dracula would pay him. He sticks around way too much for that to not be the case. Probably pays him by the soul, too. Every kill, especially a Belmont kill, that gives you double. Probably gets at least 3 gold. 3 whole pieces of gold. Although based on these, they do have normal money in these candles. Darn it. 1 hit away. Oh, I can just jump back. Oh, then he must love us. Or at least me. I make him rich. Good thing I have excess souls. Ow. Died. Man, how is it that I'm able to get to death, like, right away, and then and after I come back, I'm just unable to get past this first route? I have a unique set of skills, and they're all bad. Because maybe I wasn't thinking about it. I was just like, nope, I gotta kill this guy, and then we just go up there. Kill that guy. There you go. I'm just worrying about it too much. I don't need that money. Although these breeding spiders are not very friendly. Like, yeah, they're welcoming you, but they're also throwing children in your face. The worst kind of parent. Like, hey, nice to meet you. Here, look at my child. And they just throw their baby directly into your face. Like, cool. Your child looks great, but, also no thanks. Ow. I imagine that skeleton is probably me in a past life. Clearly, I'm the only thing that can wield a whip. Okay, big heart. Can I take that spear? Like, I feel like the spear would be a little bit more effective. Not the axe. I've seen how axes work in this, and they're not very effective. Outside of the guys that have killed me multiple times, but they're chumps. Oh, I guess I can't go back. So I can't check to see if there's anything over there. Ah. What? He hit me on the rebound. And they do so much damage. I should probably be leveling up Alucard though. Ow. Yeah, the bat could probably fit through and go back. I don't know, I was just curious if there was a hidden chicken or something down there. Ow. Drop down. Mr. Dracula, I like your aesthetic and everything, but do you think you can maybe have less of the same axe and spear on every wall? That'd be nice. Especially right beside each other. I don't know what you mean. They're all different. Look, there's 1 axe, 1 spear, then 2 axe, and 2 spear. Clearly different. Alucard is the slow way to kill these guys, but he's definitely safer. Maybe we could have something like spear then axe instead of axe then spear? Impossible. my designers would probably try to kill me. Okay. Thought for sure that slime would destroy me. We did it. We managed to get through most of this castle. And now for the hard part. I'm gonna switch back to the Belmont floor. And we have a cross. We have a bridge to cross. And that bridge is death. Gotta love that frame drop. Oh, now I have a knife. That's not... That's not very effective against death, I hear. Get on the platform. Why can I not? There, I did it. It didn't even matter. I had to go to the middle of the room. What am I doing? I love how goofy death looks. Look at that silly face. Ow. Why does his body hurt me? He's not even swinging the scythe. He's just existing. The mods for some reason. Like not even me. It's just they're pinging every mod. For emergencies only, you know? Right, the only thing that should die here is the frames. And death. But mostly the frames. Okay. Alright, knock me right off my platform. Stop it, death. Stop running into me. Ah. The worst kind of enemy. They don't do anything, they just move at you. Death is no different than a zombie. How upsetting is that? Why'd you do a low one? Cool. But yeah, it worked, but at what cost? You've lost all your dignity. Dang it. Keep reading, I can also just jump up here. Take that, and some money. Hey, look at my kid! Isn't he great? Oh, you missed him. Here, I'll come back with another picture. And also him. Wait, come back! You have to see my kid! Oh, you're gonna miss out. I meant to duck, but I didn't. I meant to duck, but I goosed. Oh, I missed. But I got him. And now I'm... what a terrible room to die in, because there's chicken right here. Oh well. Ow. But I meant to duck, and I just didn't. The problem with not playing with the D-pad, I guess. Sometimes it doesn't read the inputs right. Or at least not as exact as they want it to be. Oh, it just disappeared. Interesting. I thought for sure it'd just come back. Ow. Man. Cannot seem to play a game where I don't take damage, but that's probably because of how I play rather than anything else. Thought I fell for a second. Okay. Now the chicken won't feel as bad because I'm actually gonna eat it. You mind, sir? Go away. I know you're bonely, but I don't really want to hang out with you. Ow. Hey, I'm back. You want to hang out now? No, not really. Alright, well I guess I'll leave. Wait, I'm back! I'm taking too much damage, so I'm probably gonna die. I don't have any lives left, so what's the point? And on, there is no chicken there. Alright. You think I can beat Death? The one who has clearly been haunting us this whole stream. Can he be defeated? The answer is probably not. You may be able to defy Death, but you can't really beat him. Take out this guy's kneecaps with the power of Whip. Whip it real good, as they say. As I say, Trevor Belmont. I don't want to look at your children. Please stop stabbing me. I wonder why they made two sets of skeletons. They don't really seem to behave any differently from the other skeletons with swords. Very curious. But I guess it's just to give it more flavor than just, you know, hey, here's the same skeleton who's been fighting for 1,000 years. I'm the worst. Why do you guys watch this? Clearly not for the skill. I knew he was there, but I figured I could probably kill him before he whipped me. And then he whipped me, surprising everyone. Oh, no. Okay, I somehow avoided the slime. Alright. Got the upgrade. Do I have enough axe power to chop through these guys? No. No, I do not. But I have enough power to at least weaken him a little bit. Ah, I hit it and they still smacked me. Hey, hard. Dang it. I can't duck that fast. Ow. Eat the chicken for that 1 point of damage I took. I haven't really paid attention, but do different things have different damage values? I'd assume so. There's no real reason to give me a weird hit counter if it didn't. Yeah, I guess some things definitely do only 3, and that did 4. Which is terrifying. Like, how hard is he hitting me with that bone if it does 4 pegs of damage? Aha! If I make him hesitate, then I can do it fast enough. Hey, Holy One. Yeah. We did it, we got to the thing, but I'm at 0 lives. So we're probably gonna die. If only there was a way to instantly kill death. I could throw Phoenix at him. That usually works, right? I forgot that knife was there. Well, you're ready to lose. Instantly dead. That bat spawned during the kill screen. How does that work? Ew. I'm just really, really bad. Too reckless. Like, I know I could get through here without taking too much damage, but I'm just like, no, gotta kill. Which is partly fair, because if I take too long, I'll just get overwhelmed anyways. It's still pain. I tried to duck, and he thought I wanted to go down the stairs. Why were there stairs there anyways? I can make that jump. That Axe Knight must have set that up specifically so that would happen. And now he's so happy. I'm glad I made his day with my terrible, terrible death. Nope. And I walked back into it like a fool. Just take the deaths. There's no way to get back up there. Just kill me, zombies. This also does 4 damage. Why do zombies and skeletons have so much in common? They both exist due to grave circumstances. And they're very bone-like. I know I already made that joke, but it really needed to flesh out. They can only do that through experience, through life and death. It looks like everything actually does just do 4. I can't help but question why they didn't just put a number for your health. Clearly numbers are easy to do. Oh. Dang it. Stabbed me right in the face. Well, for a second I thought maybe the game glitched out because it was like, nothing spawned. But there should be so many things. And also the invulnerability frame got me hit twice. Cool. Curse you, flashing upgrade. Ugh. Okay. That's apparently a bad thing too, because I got hit by the bat. But I count that as a death, because I was gonna kill myself anyways. Just so I could reset my life counter. So it wasn't worth your time. Alright, gotta be careful with the stairs. Gotta get him to back up, maybe. Nope. I thought I was far enough away. I was not. I was in fact right on top of the stairs. Curse you, stairs. You've betrayed me for the last time. Ow. Okay. Good thing I have a knife. That'll show those guys. Well, I got whipped. I knew I had the axe, but I still thought maybe I could kill him, but I gotta stand like right there for it, I guess. Making like the most rookie of mistakes. I plan everything out and then I just can't follow through with the plan. I wonder if the slimes have a unique name. They're probably just slimes, but all these guys probably have unique names. Probably in the little book. Ow. Dang it, there's just no way to win. The only way to win is to just not play. It definitely seems like it stops a little bit and hesitates on taking, some inputs. Not saying it's the reason why I've been losing or anything, but I definitely accidentally pressed down there thinking he would go for it, and then it kept swinging forward anyways. Well, here we go. Death again. I'm one hit away from death, and one step away from death. I don't know why I keep grabbing this knife. I know it's worthless. But I do it anyways. And I'm dead. As expected. But that's okay. Because now I'm here. Alright, we got it. Death is basically already dead. I should be able to beat him, right? Oh, an axe. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Dang it. I fell slightly behind, but I almost made up for it. It was almost good. Curse you, gravity. Also, why would Death even have that? He can fly. Why even put a floor in the first place? Dang it, I can't duck with the stupid stairs there. Let's see if I can't get through this part without dying. I probably won't. Maybe I should just keep this knife. The axe doesn't really do anything for me until the end. Or it's probably pretty good against death, but yeah. There, this guy's dead. No, I'm just only good with Trevor. And also, hello. Hope you're having a good day. But all I have is Trevor and Alucard. I haven't actually found anyone else. I was supposed to. I don't know how this game works. And I guess I could have swapped Alucard and turned to a bat, but I didn't think about it. So that room sends you back here, huh? Ow. Well, at least I got hit. Now the chicken won't go to waste. Yeah, I guess I should upgrade Alucard a bit. I just don't really think about swapping. Okay, surprised that worked. Yeah. Would he be effective against death? Probably. Definitely effective against these guys. Okay. But he just takes forever, so I got impatient and didn't want to play with him. Fireball, 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 and then, surprise, fireball. I call it triple fireball, but we all know that only one of these is gonna actually hit anyone. And I guess this is also eating my time. If I run out of time, I run out of life, for real. If you run out of time in the game, you run out of time in real life. No one wants that. If I get close enough, then he can't really do anything. And he takes a good amount of damage. It doesn't feel good. It feels evil. Yeah, heart. I thought that wall looked suspicious, but... Okay. But he already has the axe, so I'm just gonna stick with Alucard. If things get weird, I can always turn to a bat. What do you think about that? There goes that guy. They spawned in awkward places. Oh, I thought that would hit him. I did it! I think. At least that was phase 1. Yep, I figured. Why couldn't I jump? Darn it. Oh, now I have to get the axe here. But hey, we beat phase 1 out of probably 3. I'm sorry, axe. Oh, wait, a watch? That's not good. Is Because that doesn't do anything. Nope, doesn't do a single thing. Why would they put that there? That's so mean. Alright, how many deaths are we at? Oh, I already passed my marker. Alright, we'll give it one more game. We can beat death, right? Death is easy. I've conquered death many a times. Usually with my face hitting the ground. But that still counts. If I die a bunch, then I've clearly conquered death. Oh right, I forgot he can't attack on stairs. Which is silly. Ow, I didn't really mean to do that. Ow. You know what? I'm just gonna leave. You're not worth my time, knight. Ow. Jeez. Everything loves to gently stab me. I could never go to a toothpick factory. I'd die. Alright, we managed to get through this part without dying. A horrible, horrible death. I'll take this. Surprised I managed to kill him fast enough. Also didn't think he'd respawn, but of course he would. Why wouldn't he? Nice try, slime guy. But I'm a little too fast for you. At least this time. The other 20 times where you got me killed, they're not important. I've conquered you once, and therefore I've conquered you every time. That's how it works. Huh, I wonder if that would have hit me. I'd hope not, but it probably would have. It was pixels away from my helmet face. Scary. Ah, I turned to kill the slime and it was a mistake. Come on, die already. Oh no. Alucard definitely needs to do more damage. Why they designed him in the way of never taking, or never doing enough damage is beyond me. Like, I know he can fly, but geez. I've actually not been looking. I wonder if there's anything on the right. If I just flew under this whole section, what would happen? I didn't mean to grab that. I just saw a thing and was like, oh, I can whip that. I'm dumb. And I'm dead. So it didn't even matter. Being one hit away from death at death is, pretty bad. See you later, guy. Sorry I couldn't blow you up this time. But I was in a hurry. Alright, hello, Death. Nice to see you again. Have you lost weight? Just kidding, you're all skin and bones. Well, you're all bones. Ow. Dang it. Ah. They spawn right on top of me. He looks very fetching in those robes, though. I'll give him that. Seem a little dirty, but I'm just gonna blame the palette. Drinking holy water? Nah. Axe is where it's at. Maybe if I stand over here, they'll spawn the same way. Seems like it. Seems like they have a very specific spawn pattern. Based on where you are, I guess. Ow. But with these blocks in my way, this would be much easier without these blocks, really. And I can't jump sometimes, for some reason. Probably because I was a pixel under that block. And I'm dead. Well, that's it, I think. I don't think I can beat death right now. I'm not really sure what to do about it. Outside of just, you know, saving and loading again like I did with the last boss. This level isn't too tedious, though. Outside of the axe guys giving me trouble, there's not really much that's stopping me from just, you know, going through it. Pretty quickly. Unlike the blocks, which were just taking up all my time. And if you mess up, well, you have to wait 20 hours. But I don't know. I'm not good at these games, obviously. I hope all of you have been enjoying Castlevania, though. My death counter is pretty high. Aha, got him. But after this one, it's probably going to be the end of the stream for now. Yeah, pretty much. They were designed to just eat your time until you're finally at the point where you can go, I did it! I'm amazing! And 12. But, I don't know. I don't like things that are designed to be mean. I like things that are designed to be fun. And winning's fun. Also, I guess that doesn't kill me. Neat. Level up. Ow. Ow. There's also just hardware limitations that they couldn't really get past. Like, I'm pretty sure these guys pausing to throw their weapons isn't intentional. I'd like to believe it's not intentional, at least. They're thrown off my groove, man. And I need my groove to be, like, totally on the ground and not thrown off a cliff. And this part just takes forever. You know, that's by design to be safe instead of efficient. Well, I'm efficiently safe, at the very least. And that slime just despawned. I think it's just like... What does that do again? Is it the thing that lets me throw 2 things at once? At least until I get hit, or something. Oh well, let's go! I kind of figured that would happen. Okay, so it was a heart that time because I don't have an item. I was confused. I was like, wait, wasn't that a heart last time? Now I get it. It was a heart. It's always a heart. Always a heart. There's always a death. Didn't mean to grab that knife. I don't know why I keep doing that. I know it's there. Ow. Well, that's it. I just don't know what to do. So now it should be the double thing? It is. Neat. I'm glad that makes sense. It's kind of weird that they would turn it into a heart instead of just being nothing, but I guess that is better than nothing. Nope. Ah, the frames. Alright, don't hit the thing this time. Just ignore it. I did not grab the knife. You'll be proud to know. I'm stuck. Ah, I got hit. Oh wait, I didn't lose it? Oh. But also, I still got hit. Dang it. Death. Death comes for you. And you're dead. Well, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I guess we'll kill Death next time. But that's gonna be it for now, because I should probably eat something. And work on some of the other things. I forgot to mess with the video player. That scores thing has been cut off this whole time, and I didn't even notice. Oh, hang on. I'll let the music play in the background. I don't think Death is impossible to beat, but I don't like that I'm dying, so. But it definitely seems like something that's going to take a little bit of effort if I don't just save right before his fight. I can get there without taking damage at least, but actually killing him is the real problem. But I think I'm going to call it there for now. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. Thanks again for the follow and whatnot. I hope it was fun to watch. Let's see. How many times did I die? I don't know how many times I died. I think I was in the 90... I think I was 93 when I started, so I died a few times. Just a few. But I do hope that you all enjoyed the stream. And look forward to more stuff later. I'll probably play more Kingdom Hearts tomorrow. I still don't really feel like playing Dragon Quest. But look forward to an even higher death count tomorrow. Won't that be fun? I don't know if I'm going to end up doing anything else tonight. Probably not, because I need to work on art stuff. But look forward to the art stuff, too. But I'm rambling now, waiting for someone to say things that isn't there. But I will see you later. Have a good night, and don't get stabbed by a skeleton. If you've learned anything from any of my streams, I hope it's that you make sure to not get stabbed by a skeleton. Boy.